It's just another morning at work for Valentina Liznicha. She has a soldier on the operating table who's only breathing with one lung. A bullet passed straight through the other one. The surgeons want to remove the clotting.
We get going on our operations at 9. Recently, we've been starting at 9 and finishing whenever we finish.
We're at the Mechnikov hospital in Dnipro. 2/3 of the patients here are soldiers wounded on the battlefields. Before the war, Mikola worked as a programmer in Lviv. He tells us he thought his injuries would kill him.
I got hit by bullets in the front. Both my lungs. My ribs and chest were crushed.
The doctors here call their hospital a survival factory, an endless conveyor belt of new patients that doesn't even stop for the air raid siren.
This soldier has a mine injury as well as shrapnel wounds to both his lower limbs and the lower back.
It's like we just all of a sudden found ourselves in this horror film and can't get out. It's become our life. It's not something you can describe in words. You have to see it with your own eyes.
Valentina's department specializes in treating sepsis patients. These patients have the most dangerous wound infections. She came here as a student and now leads the department. There's been fighting in Donbass on Dnipro's doorstep since 2014, but in the last 2 years, the number of admissions has gone through the roof.
What's changed is that the first aid soldiers get after injury is much better than it was. Patients who wouldn't have had a chance of surviving the evacuation process before are now making it to us alive. So we get patients who are much, much more ill.
It's not just the patients that have changed. The medics have become faster, more efficient, but they've also burnt out.
My colleagues and I have stopped asking our patients how they were wounded. Only if they tell us themselves, tell us their story. If we start asking too many questions, you just can't function. We're basically always at work.
The day is over, but Valentina isn't going home. She has a night shift ahead of her. It's then that most new patients are brought in from the front lines. The doctors here don't have to read the news. They see how things are going by the number of ambulances arriving.